Well, I'm constantly amazed at the weird things I find on the internet, especially AliExpress. I seem to be finding all kinds of crazy things on AliExpress. Anyway, I found this. That's pretty cool. What's the insignia on the back there? It's got some guy with a crash helmet on there. Looks like he's got a wrench and maybe I don't know, magic wand. I don't know what that is. Anyway, it's labeled in the back. These are resistor sizes or capacitors, SMD sizes. 402, 603, 805, 1008. I don't think I've ever seen a 1008. 1206 and 1210. So yeah, that's an interesting one. I don't think I've seen one of those before, but I've seen all the other ones. And so what is this thing? Well, on this side, it's got a Smith chart. So you'd think, oh, maybe it's a Cal standard for, a lot of the SOLT short open load through, the SOLT calibration standards are sometimes on a lanyard that hang around your neck, and they look kind of like this sometimes. But nope, this one is just a test fixture for testing things on a VNA. And so yeah, can I show you even closer with this camera? Let's see if I can get closer. So it's just a copper plane with a bunch of stitches, and then just a little spot there to solder on your part. Just a little stub and a pad on each one. So there's tiny little ones and there's big ones. So I guess you're to use this, put your part on it, put it on your VNA, measure its gamma values. Here they are. Yeah, see, J gamma and gamma. Yeah, I've got a video all about the fancy mathematics of Smith charts if you really care. Just Google my site for Smith chart, and I go through all of the derivations for the gamma functions on the chart here. But yeah, I think we will give it a try. Yeah, I guess it does what it does. So let's give it a try. All right, I've loaded on two parts, an 0805 and an 0603. The 0805, I put in a 50 ohm resistor just to see that the fixture is going to be working okay. So I've calibrated my machine, and we'll see what that 50 ohm load looks like. And it's looking pretty good, actually. So we can zoom in on that, or we can look at it in, let's first look at it in log mag. So it's, this is from 0.3 megahertz to 1.3 gigahertz. So it's doing pretty good across, all the way up to a gigahertz. So let's see here, Marco. Let's see where the minus 20, that's kind of my judge, is. Oh, this is minus 30. Oh, yeah, so it's doing really well. At the very worst, it's minus 27 dB. So, yeah, so it's doing very, very nice. Let's go ahead and go to a Smith chart, and let's zoom in, scale. Yeah, so this is 55, and here's 50. So we're right here at 51.2 at 800 megahertz. So yeah, it's really doing quite well. So let's go ahead and, you could calibrate, I guess, to this. I'm not sure. I guess you could do it open. Yeah. If you bought multiples of these little fixtures, you could have one as an open, one as a short, and one as a load. That would be the right way to do it. You'd have to buy 4 of these units, 3 for the calibration, and then 1 to do your testing on. It seems kind of extravagant, but I don't think I want to spend that money. Okay, so let's go ahead and put our scale back here to 1, and let's go ahead and take a look at our 0603 part, and let's give it a guess what it is. Let's give it a guess. 0603 to ground, 0603 to ground. looky there. It just kind of goes woo all the way around. So yeah, that's not really telling us much now, is it? Move the marker down over here. Let's move the marker to, I don't know, 35 megahertz, and it's measuring 27 picofarads. And let's go up here to, let's go to 500 megahertz. Here's, at 360 megahertz, it is 57 picofarads. So I really don't like this method of measuring capacitors. I'd rather have the combined reactance to be around 50 ohms. So I sort of like to have a 50 ohm in series with the capacitor. There's different ways to do it. But if you like this method, comment below, and how would you choose which value to use? Down here at the low, so it is a 27 picofarad COG. No, it's an NPO. 27 picofarads at NPO 0603. So here it's 27.3 picofarads. That's at 21 megahertz. And up here at 100 megahertz, it's 28 picofarads. I don't know, maybe this is valid. Maybe this is valid. And then if you go above here, then you're going to go into the positive gamma quadrant, half, and it's going to start measuring in different units. So yeah, let's see here. Format, Smith chart, polar. Yeah, polar's not going to really do us either. Smith chart, yeah, I don't know. You tell me what's the best way to use this thing, if it really is doing the right thing here, or whether we should not worry too much about it. Okay, where am I here, marker? Yeah. So like I said, it's 27 picofarads and up to 30 picofarads at 176 megahertz. So, yep, there you go. All right, well, there you go. Toy for the day on the bench. I guess I can use my SMD tweezers to pull these things off, clean off the board, and get it ready for next time. So you can reuse the board a certain number of times. Yeah, let me know what you think. And it's just overkill. You can probably just do this on an easier board, but yeah, there you go.